This is the Doctor bringing you a new Battle Brothers series. I got the itch to play this game again recently. Ever since that last Lone Wolf YouTube campaign, I did play a bunch of offline campaigns, and the main reason why I stopped playing that campaign is, even though I recorded a lot more videos I didn't post, it kind of got boring once I got the Adrenaline Recovery Indomitable shield tanks. If you set it up correctly, you can have a tank that shield walls and spams Indomitable every single turn. And I had two of those tanks in my company, and they can basically tank anything in the game almost forever. There was a fight I did around day 90 against 6 Lindworms, and my two tanks just sat there, and the Lindworms couldn't do much to them. I was in no danger whatsoever during the entire fight. So I got kind of bored of that run. For this run, I will not be using that combo. I can take Adrenaline and Recovery, or Recovery and Indomitable, but not all three. And I also played various Origins. I do like all the Origins. Well, not all the Origins. One I refuse to play is the Cultist, because I can't bring myself to kill my own men like that. It's one thing to send them into battle, and if they happen to die because they couldn't defend themselves, you know, that's their own fault. But sacrificing them to a god, I can't bring myself to do that. I also don't like Peasant Militia, not because I don't think it's good. It's really strong. It's too many characters. Like, it takes too long. Every single battle, you have 16 characters to control. I just don't want to deal with that. The one I keep coming back to, really, is Lone Wolf. And the reason is, this is the one that seems almost the most RNG heavy in the very early game. I've been trying to figure out how to play these Origins in a consistent manner so that I don't have to restart. I hate re-rolling. And this is the one where I can't figure out how to, like, with 99% confidence, win the very early fights on, like, day 2 or day 1. Even against 7 thugs, the problem is, if they spawn with a club, they stun you, it's over. They spawn with a dagger, and they inflict a bad injury on you through a puncture, it's over. Or even if they surround you and you panic, it's over. If you take the high ground, they have a shield, they bash you down, it's over. There's so many ways for it to be over. To guard against RNG, what you need is more actions. And to get more actions, you need more guys. Like, if you can have 5 guys backing up the Hedge Knight, you should be able to win most early game fights. The Hedge Knight can, like, one-on-one anything in the early game, and even one-on-two pretty much anything as well. It's when the Hedge Knight gets swarmed and enemies spam like 6 attacks on him before he can even move. That's where the problem comes in. So I'm going to try a slightly different strategy. I'll be much less aggressive. I'll try to do some trading and contracts that involve not fighting to build up a early war chest. And once I get about 2,000 crowns, I should be able to hire 5 guys with actual weapons. And I think that is the best way to do this reliably in the early game. It will probably take about 5 to 10 days, hopefully closer to 5 days. Every single time I try to fight, no matter how clever I think I am, the AI often finds a way to outwit me. When I only have, like, between 1 and 3 or 4 characters, like, I just don't have enough action economy to do anything clever. So there was a fight I did against zombies, of all things, and one of them had a buckler, and they bashed me down a hill and swarmed me and killed me. Because I thought I was being clever. I lured a bunch of brigands into zombies. Like, okay, have them kill each other. Then I'll beat the zombies up. I'll stand on a hill where only 2 zombies can attack me at once. I thought I was super clever. But one of the zombies had a buckler, because when zombies kill humans, the humans can res the zombies. And the guy with the buckler, or the zombie with the buckler, bashed me down a hill. I've never seen them do that. It was super smart. And then the rest of them swarmed me and killed me. So, anyway, let's check out this Hedge Knight. Well, this is not great. He's dumb, and his starting stats are terrible. Well, that really makes me want to trade now. I mean, this melee skill really is abysmal here, but at least he got a +4 roll. Can't pass up a +5 on fatigue. Alright, I'm gonna pass up this +4 on fatigue to get a little more hit points. Having a bit of a buffer there is nice. Thumb is just objectively bad. I think you can eliminate it if you get like a sergeant or a character with a monk or something like that. I forget. I'll have to look up what you have to do to get rid of dumb. There's an event that can trigger. So I'll take Colossus to get a bit of a pool for hit points so I'm not so vulnerable to daggers. Quick hands because I love the tactical flexibility of this perk. And Brawny so I have enough fatigue to do something. Alright. Next, I want to scout for cities to do work for. I want to prioritize big cities like this city, Obstet. These big cities with the staircase, they can give up to 3 contracts, so you have lots of different options there. And the type of contracts I'll be focusing on at this stage of the game is scout locations for money. Those are just free money, basically. I'll also try to do a bit of trading. I think caravan escorts are actually really good because the main weakness of the Hedge Knight is getting swarmed. In caravan escorts, I got a bunch of tactical ablative armor. You know, the caravan hands who can go tank the enemies for me. Once they engage, I coming from the flank. If all the caravan hands die, that's not a big deal. Other good quests are like deliver cargo. And my plan is to build up a war chest about 2,000-ish crowns so I can hire 5 guys to do actual combat. Probably take me about 5 to 10 days. It's not that you can't beat the 7 thugs or like the 6 Noxers or whatever with your Hedge Knight. I just can't find a way to beat it like 100% every single game. I think my win rate against them is around 50%. Even if it's like 75 or 80%, it's not good enough. Once you get about 5 guys to back up your Hedge Knight, the win rate should be basically 100% or 99%. There were a lot of fights I did where I just missed 2 80% and then it's over. Like in Battle Brothers, you need to be able to miss like 4 or 5 80% and still win. And they need to, like, they hit a couple of like 20% and you should be fine. Alright, so I'm also looking for trade goods, but there does not seem to be too much opportunity up north. There's a little town up here with furs, but it's so far away. I don't want to go there. Let's stop in this citadel to see what we got here. Something in the tundra not far west of here. Some sort of camp. I always like to look at the recruits. Oh, there's some nice recruits here. Brawler. I kind of like rat catchers. They come with a net, which is always nice. Alright, but I'm not going to do any sort of fights. I do want to see if there's any sort of cheap gear I can pick up. Not really. Don't really want any of this. The little knives are nice, but don't need that yet. One thing I could do... Oh, I can't sell my smoked ham. Like, maybe at the next city. You can sell your smoked ham and buy, like, some grains if the city doesn't produce smoked ham. Make a little extra money that way, but I guess we're eating ham. So, there isn't anything here that I want. Let's start going to the next town, Langholm, and then Obstet. Try to do some easy quests. Build up that war chest. Yeah, power leveling no longer interests me in this game. Like, you just want to power level, re-roll until you beat 1 or 2 of the early fights with thugs, and then you should be set. You could even do stuff like get training, and then 1-on-7 to thugs. If you win 2 or 3 of those fights, you should get to level 7, and then, you know, do your strategy that way. But it's not consistent. There's no way one Hedge Knight can 100% always beat 7 thugs at this stage of the game. There's no way. And I want to see what strategy can I employ to have... Like, if I were really playing this with 1 life, and I need to balance risk-reward, what's the best way to do that? Alright, enough talk. I'll pause the video here as I travel to the next town. Alright, I'm at Langholm here. Let's see. Ambushed trade routes. This is a good place to sell, but not a good place to buy. I always like to look at the recruits. None of these are characters I want. There's no way trading here would be profitable. Everything is too expensive. Like selling stuff here could be good, but buying stuff, no way. It's good. What sort of contracts do you have for me? Group of brigands. Again. I know this type of fight. There are 3 dogs, I think, and 4 brigands. The dogs have good dodge. If you miss, it's over, or you take so much damage that it doesn't even pay for the contract. You gain some experience from it, though. I don't really want to do that. Like, I'm gonna stick to my strategy here. Barbarians, northwest of here. Again, barbarians are actually probably one of the safer enemies to fight. Just because they don't have daggers. But still, 1 on 7. Also, they tend to pull out like throwing weapons, which throwing weapons are they can't hurt me because of my heavy armor, and they tend to miss a lot. So you can kind of like 1 on 2 or something like that. There's a chance those quests they might send a champion out to fight you, which if you get and kill the champion, it's also great. But again, I'm gonna stick with my strategy where I think if I hire some guys here and I go do those, I have about a 50 to 75% chance of winning those battles. If I win, that's great, but if I lose, I have to restart. I hate restarting. It's so tedious beyond belief. So I'm going to stick to my strategy. I'm not going to do either one of these contracts. And let's go to Obstet and try to pick up the contracts that involve no fighting. And try to do a little bit of trading as well. After Obstet, I would go to Wwizened, Gerfrost, and then this city, Kammersmark. That seems good. One other interesting to note is that as long as you, the movement speed on the map scales with the number of characters you have in your company. Because I only have 1 character, my Hedge Knight, who I also don't pay anything for. I move really quickly, so contracts involving like delivering stuff or scouting locations is really easy for me to do. Oh, mercenary band. I suppose I could have cut the part where I travel between these 2 towns. It's very boring. An ambush trade route here as well. This is a good place to sell. Ah, you want me to deliver cargo to Berkane? Maybe. Oh, caravan guards. Maybe. Sure, I'll negotiate for a little bit more. Maybe. What else you got for me? You want me to go kill some brigands? What's this say? No, nothing useful. Ah, this is what I'm looking for. This stranger asks, he wants me to scout a location, the Undone Fortress. It's around, somewhere around the region of the Reeds. Sure. Some way to the northeast. Yes, I'll do this. 300 crowns, and then maybe the escort. Again, caravan escorts are ironically quite safe to do. Because the caravan guards can tank for you. So, alright, he wants me to go to the Reeds, and it's some way to the northeast. And there are some mountains. So I bet it's like around here. We'll probably see it as I step on the mountain. I'm not going to fast speed because I'm terrified of getting ambushed in the dark here. Again, I'll just spend the first 5 to 10 days steadily building up that war chest, and then we hire a whole bunch of guys all at once, start doing combat with my Hedge Knight. I just need backup. I think if I can get 5 guys, I always do the ally one first. If I can get 5 guys, I should be able to win pretty much any fight early. Nice. Alright, back home. It's also good to know where some of these camps are for when we want to bust camps. Being able to chain together a bunch of fights against camps in the mid-game will be very powerful for us. Question is, do I want to do the Caravan mission or not? It's a long trip. What is in this little town here? Mushroom Grove. Pig Farm. I don't think I want to do that Caravan. The other thing I'm looking for Caravan missions is, are they going to any place with really profitable trade goods? So I can do a little bit of trading. Peat is not profitable at all. We can make more money trading. This lumber, for instance, at this big city, Kammersmark, that seems promising. And then there are some other villages down here where, what else produces trade good? Sandheim produces a lot of dye. Dye are worth a lot. That, I think, is much better. Lumber is also profitable, especially. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that Caravan escort. It's way too far. It's going to take like 3 days just to get there. And there's no good trade good. Alright, good. We are halfway to our objective. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Drive off brigands. Can't do that. It's good to know there's something southeast of here. Not gonna hire anyone. And I could sell off this ham to buy the grains, but I mean, it's still 25 crowns. That's something. Sure, why not? The ham lasts longer though, but sure, why not? Alright, let's go to Wwizened. I'll pause the video here, see what sort of contracts we can pick up. Should be able to pick up nice contracts in this region. There's quite a few towns here. Alright, I arrived at Wwizened. Go to a cemetery. So this is either brigands, Noxers, or zombies. Zombies are actually quite beatable, but that's 1 out of 3 chance. So no. Alright, on to the next town, Grunfrost. Alright, I've arrived at Grunfrost. What do we got here? Follow the footprints again. Generally a good contract, but I can't it's a 50 to 75% chance of winning, which is not good enough for me. Going to Kammersmark. Alright, there should be 3 contracts here. The odds of us getting a good contract should be decent. Good. Runes of Stormwatch Keep. We can do this. Small River Hold. Sure. Long way to the southeast. That's not great, but I'll almost certainly do that. What else? Ceremonial staff, maybe. So I negotiate for the contracts I definitely want to do, even at the cost of a small rep hit with the town. With this, because I may or may not do it, I always just accept it without negotiating. I mean, these are good contracts to do once I get enough people. This involves me going to kill some brigands at a camp. Chatter Stronghold. Good to know. Good to know this is brigands. What sort of rumors we have? Council of Highwater is looking to hire. Okay. There's a Crippo here. Those are nice tactical ablative armor early game. Too bad we haven't had any good trading opportunities so far. Although this place is ambush trade routes. That's real interesting. If we buy some stuff, we can sell and make a huge profit here. I will do this. A long way to the southeast is not great, but this is our plan. So, small river hope. I bet it's like here. These missions often get people annoyed and confused, but you have to read the text before you look at this objective. It says a long way to the southeast, small river hold. So, in my experience, what this means is it's around this region. And there are some mountains there. I bet if I step on the mountain, we'll almost certainly see it. So let's go out and take a look. So it'll take about, again, 5 to 10 days at this stage because I can't trade. It's looking like 10 days before I get my war chest. And then we'll start killing brigands, and we can chain those quests. There shouldn't be any sort of, or there should be very minimal downtime between doing those quests. And it's nice to get a little more renown, so the contracts will pay better. Alright. Anything? No? A lot of hills here. Once it's day, we should be able to step on a mountain and find this place. Even right now, if we step on a mountain. It could be up there, unfortunately. Oh, I just missed it. That's fine. Yeah, I was right. I was right about the general region. I just happened to miss it in the night there. Alright, I'll pause the video as I travel back to Camera's Mark. Alright, we've arrived back. We got paid. We're 600 crowns away. Public executions, huh? I think that means the prices here are really good. You know, there's a town nearby, Hyther, with amber. If I buy amber and sell them here, I bet I can make tons of money. So I'll pause the video as I travel there. Alright, I got to Hyther. There's a contract here to deliver cargo. Sandheim, a day to the south. I'm gonna do this. I remember that town. That town had dye. So, yep. This town has dye. We can buy dye and sell them at Camera Mark. It'll probably still take 2 days to do all of this stuff. But once I execute this final contract and the sale of some trade goods, I should have about 2,000 plus crowns. That should allow me to equip up a bunch of guys. Probably not at Camera Mark because it's kind of expensive to do that there. But we can go back to Highwater, equip up a bunch of guys, and start killing stuff. So I'll pause the video here again. Alright, I've arrived at Sandheim. Some contracts archery competition. Don't know if I want to hire guys, but I definitely want to check the market to see if there's... Ooh, look at all these dye. Is there anything cheap? I'll buy one of these simple hoods. I need to start thinking about equipping up my guys. What sort of contracts do we have? Caravan. Mullen. Is that where we're going anyway? Maybe. You want me to kill some brigands? Do I actually have enough people to do this contract? Not really. The recruits here have too many bows. It's not great. Where is Mullenheim? Nope. Camera's Mark is there. Where is that? All the way over there? Yeah, I'm not escorting a caravan over there. That's out of the question. I think I buy a bunch of dye, sell it back at Camera's Mark, and then I go back to Highwater. Maybe I even buy a bunch of amber, sell it, and see what I can buy in terms of men and gear. I should have quite a collection of crowns once I execute these trades. Maybe up to 2,500, and that should allow me to hire 5 guys and equip them all with basic gear. And then we will start killing brigands. Alright, I'll pause the video here as I buy some dye and execute a trade. Well, I might as well record the part of me buying dye, since that's kind of interesting, right? Do I want to hire any of these guys? Meh. I need to check the market again to see what's cheap. Not tools. I'm looking for damaged gear that I can repair. This hood, I guess. That's pretty much it. Just need bodies on the front line. Alright. Let's buy some dye. And pause the video here. Alright, I got the Camera's Mark right before it got dark and the market is still open. That is some pretty good luck. Alright, we are very close. What is this? Delivery. Caravan guards. Krokenkrog. What a funny name. Where is that? I need to look that up. I might actually do this. There are plenty of cheap recruits here, which is good. But the equipment available is overpriced, which is bad. I mean, this leather is not terrible. But the only thing I think I'm gonna buy is a knife here. Even these pitchforks are kind of expensive. Having one pitchfork is nice though. I mean, at a cheaper place, this pitchfork might be like 80 crowns. The difference is not big enough. Just buy that. I don't think anything else is cheap enough for me to want to buy it. Alright, let's stick to the plan. Where is Krokenkrog or whatever? I have to go like this. I don't really want to do that. It's a nice big city though, which I like. I want to buy some amber and sell it here. And then I think I should be able to equip enough guys to start killing brigands. And now we're going to make money the real way, the way by fighting. And if we do 2 contracts here, we should be able to become sufficiently famous with this town. Yes, that seems good. I'll pause the video here. Alright, we're back at Highwater. This is killing some beasts. Oh. Unfortunately, the amber trade is no good anymore. Yeah, due to this debuff. Disappearing villagers. I think what this is either 6 Noxers or 3 direwolves. Are we good enough to fight that? Maybe. Ooh, you're a real cheap caravan hand. Let me pause the video here. Alright, I thought about things a little more. Highwater and Krokenkrog are connected by a port of all things. And because I have only 1 character, it costs a mere 20 crowns to sail there. That seems pretty good. I don't want to buy any gear here because it's too... all the gear is too expensive. There are some potentially decent recruits. This militia guy and this caravan hand are both very promising. But let's look at what sort of gear and missions are available here. Oh, you also have tons of debuffs. Unfortunate. This is very unfortunate. All this gear here would be ridiculously overpriced. Can't buy this stuff. Are there any nice missions? Cemetery. If I can do this, I'll clear out the afraid villagers. Maybe. What else you got? Brigands. He wants me to go kill a brigand camp. Ah, you want me to deliver. Package to Molenheim. Sure. Let me pause and think about my next move here. Alright, I'm gonna go do this deliver cargo. At this point, I think I have enough money. I'm just looking at for a good town where I can actually buy some decent equipment. Wokingburg seems like a good target. Molenheim is also an excellent target. We buy some equipment. We could do both these contracts here. That will be very promising. Alright, I'll pause the video again as I travel to Molenheim. Alright, we are here. We have a little more money. Afraid villagers again. Every single place has afraid villagers. Graves. I'll pick up another dagger. These daggers are still cheap enough for me to buy. Everything else is too expensive. I need to start equipping guys for combat. I think I'm ready. Let's purchase. You have a pitchfork, but you're, for farmhand, reasonably cheap. So let's think about it. I need 5 guys. 5 guys with 1,800 crowns means I have about 400, a little less than that per person. I already have a pitchfork is the thing, but it can't hurt to have a second pitchfork. I need guys with shields who can sort of absorb some hits on the front line. Although my Hedge Knight can kind of do that as well, and having guys in the back pitchforking is also not terrible. I'm ready to fight now. I think I hired this farmhand. Farmhands tend to be pretty decent. Yes. And then I'm gonna travel to a citadel to buy some more gear. And we're gonna go back to pick up some quests to fight enemies. Alright, gonna pause the video here as I no, I'll hire you first. You're meh. I don't know what you're gonna be, some sort of frontliner? You have 5 starting melee defense, that's not bad. Alright, we also gotta watch our food. I'm gonna travel to Wokingburg now. Alright, we are here in Wokingburg. Oh, raided. It's just such terrible luck this run. I can't find stuff. This is very bad because I need to go to a town where there's actually enough gear for me to buy. This shield will have to do. This armor is terrible. Who can I hire again? You have at least a weapon and kind of some armor? Godfrey? I mean, that's something, but I just need more gear. I hate paying full price for a malicious spear, but I'm not sure I have a choice. And I kind of need some tools to repair everything. And I need some grains. So if I buy this and this 400, that leaves me 900 crowns left by 3 characters. Little dicey. But I guess we've already committed to this. There's just no trading opportunities or anything nearby. I think I have no choice at this point unless I want to waste like another 5 days looking for trading opportunity. I think I have no choice if I want to actually fight. I do need some tools to repair. I'm gonna buy this spear. What is the price of some... Okay, there's some cheapish helmets here. You're a little expensive at 470, and I don't want the axe. I want something better. I also don't want this pickaxe. I remember there were quite a few good recruits back at... serviceable recruits at Wokingburg. So that's where I'm going to go next. Going to pause the video here. Alright, I've arrived back at Wokingburg. He wants me to deliver cargo to Sandheim. Oh, caravan guards. Maybe. This is more profitable than it might seem. But it's just so far away. Because Sandheim has dye, and when the caravan arrives, all the dye will be refreshed, and if I can buy all 6 dye and sell it, that's a lot of money. But don't really want to do that. This fisherman I want. This monk I want. This gambler I want. Alright, how are we gonna equip? Oh, this is a terrible monk. Oh, these are all very bad characters, but that is okay. I'll pause the video here as I ponder how to equip my guys. Alright, I've decided to also hire one more guy. Servants are not great, but it's another body, and at this point I just need bodies. Even if all you have is a crappy dagger. Alright, we got... one of these should use a pitchfork, to be honest. Who's the most... maybe you should use a pitchfork. And use the sackcloth. You're kind of expendable. Something like this. I'm putting the characters with the most melee with the pitchforks. 1 spear, 2 daggers. Put a dagger on my Hedge Knight. 6 guys is enough to surround 1 brigand in case I need to dagger someone down. This group is very vulnerable to getting killed, but they have some offensive capabilities. So, of the 2 contracts, the Forsaken Vault has a chance to spawn Noxers, which, oh... The problem is my company with their sackcloth armor just will have quite a hard time against those Noxers. Better, I think, to fight some brigands at the outcast end south of Wokingburg. Usually you want to do it in the opposite order, because clearing out the Terrified Villager debuff means this place sells goods at a higher price. I mean, buys goods at a higher price so you can unload some cargo and then do the other contract. But I feel like I have no choice here. Because I need to fight something easier, like brigands. As soon as I get even some sort of brigand thug armor and not like paper armor or cloth armor, I can take the Noxers. The Noxers, their attacks do a lot of damage to hit points, but relatively little to armor. Anyway, I am going to... I think this is a good first video. In the next one, I will actually get to do some fighting. Thank you for watching. Until next time.